So here I am heading towards Fort Craig, New Mexico. In this episode, you're catching me about 3/4 of the way through the season that I filmed over 2 years ago, but haven't had a chance to finish editing. You'll see that in a few episodes, I'm in an accident, and since then I've been sidelined with occupational therapy, physical therapy, minor illnesses, other injuries, family stuff, and all of this shit that's happening in the US. But I really want to finish these episodes and share what happens with you, because I think it's pretty wild, and we could all use the escapist distraction right now while everything crumbles. When I go to a location or meet with someone, I try to avoid learning anything beforehand or while there. Instead, I want to hear from spirits and pick up their impressions psychically. Let's get tuned in. I'm Brett, I'm a psychic medium, and I like to film my interactions with the other side. If you are interested in talking with me but unsure about whether you're allowed to, please talk to my guides and follow their instructions. Also, please don't use names. Instead, describe yourself. Tell me if you are in need of help. Please talk to my team and they'll help you. And usually that happens as we're winding up. Look at this guy. This guy's amazing. Oh my goodness. You're super cute. You're super cute. I'll find a spot to relax, then try to communicate with you guys. Okay, so we've got these mounds right here, so it's gonna be part of the fort. This is gonna be part of the fort. I'm gonna try not to look at any of this stuff. Flagpole, part of the Okay, please show me this fort. Show me what this was like. Okay, so I'm seeing everybody in their uniforms. It's like a movie. It's like kind of a little bit over the top, maybe. Everything is very dramatic and very sensationalized. The imagery I'm seeing, bugles playing, horses, lots of action, lots of movement. Who did you guys fight? What was this big battle? I am seeing a tribe in war paint. I always hear Geronimo. Am I not supposed to say that? Another thing is I'm trying not to see these plaques, but I want them for later when I'm editing so that I can verify things I get. Because I come into these places and I have no information ahead of time. The more I know, the more it interferes with my perceptions. And I think that's probably the best way to approach a paranormal investigation or any sort of psychic work, any sort of mediumship. Don't have any information in advance. Ideally, it would be good to have one person who knows the history and knows questions or things, ways to lead the investigation. If everybody knows the history of the location or knows what to expect, then they come in and they're asking the ghost, oh, it's the ghost of Sally. Of course it's the ghost of Sally. Is Sally here with us? And then I'm getting, what are you talking about? So anyway, you get where I'm coming from. This text is EVP captions for EVPs I hear later while editing. They're barely perceptible whispers, so you're going to need headphones if you want to hear them. So who do I have with me? Is there anybody that lives here at the fort besides the caretaker, besides the ranger? Pieces of glass. These old glass or new glass? Oh, I can't tell. Somebody says old glass. I mean, I guess it depends on how old you're thinking. '70s old. All right. A sign I'm not going to look at, but hopefully I'm getting it on the other camera. Looks like a sterno. Yeah, just trash, which is cool. It's cool to throw trash in a historic place. I mean, I'm hoping that somebody was packing out a bunch of stuff and it fell out of their bag or something. Let's just assume that, and that people are cool like that. Man, I need to get tuned into these guys. Am I not open? Am I not fully open? Sign. These mounds around. Wondering what that means. Like, did they just pile up a bunch of dirt? I'm asking what lives in these holes. I'm hearing gophers. I'm seeing soldiers acting as guards. I'm seeing soldiers doing circuits, walking the thing. Okay, so I saw this one, Buffalo Soldiers. There's too much information on the trail. I like it when it's just an area and you just walk through it and you look at things and you tune in. This place is like spoon feeding it to me, or trying to, and I'm trying to resist. So do I have anybody here that was at the fort, who was stationed at the fort? I believe I have a private first class H name. And he's saluting me, clicking his heels together. Tell me what your typical day was at the fort. What did you do? Like, start at you waking up? I get the impression that they would have to put food up. They would have to elevate it. So they would have it on stands. Because anything you put on the ground, anything you stored on the ground, the gophers would get it, or ants, insects. Get that. So tell me, what was it like to wake up? Feel like there are bunks, and he would wake up in a bunk. They would play reveille. I see them eating something like oatmeal or something at their bunk, like when they get up. Everything was major activity. It was not laid back at all. They had guard shacks. posts. Am I seeing that right? Can you explain? There was no idle time for anybody. The person in charge, hearing that H name again, but that's who I'm talking to, I believe. The person in charge, and it's not this guy, wanted people moving and working the whole time. There was no downtime, so they were running scouts out all the time. They would go out and I think it was like hand holding is that wagon trains? It's like passing the baton. They would go out and receive whoever was coming into the area. Was it that dangerous? Kind of a yes and no. It's another sign. I see that it says hospital. Try not to read it. Can you please tell me in advance as I'm coming up to different sections? So what's the next place I'm coming to? If that's the hospital. I'm seeing somebody having a bullet removed here at the hospital. Like seeing the bullet clunking into a small tray. Looks like a bedpan. It was a bedpan. Were there any issues with getting supplies? I'm seeing sugar and spices and things like that. They were really excited when they'd get a shipment of that because they would go without for a long time. They would eat deer and rabbit. Am I seeing rice? Rice or oatmeal? I'm asking where they would receive their goods from. And they said San Antone to the north. Okay, what's the next thing I'm coming up on? Oh, I also get the impression that all of these things are mixed up. Like the hospital doesn't necessarily go right there. I'm asking if they have some sort of symbol. Did you guys have some sort of symbol? And I'm seeing something that looks like a porcupine or armadillo or some sort of animal that's shaped kind of like that. Hospital Row. All of the imagery I'm seeing looks like 60s westerns. 50s westerns. It's all very romanticized. All of the action here is very sensationalized. Everything is very gung-ho. It's all racing here and racing off to this, and all of the activity at the fort. I should check this, make sure this is going still. Yes. Asking who famous was here, and I think I'm hearing Kit Carson, but I think I'm seeing Buffalo Bill. Cody. They were both here. Okay, so this feels legit. Like walls and stuff being put up here. There's another sign. I don't want to see it. This place makes it really difficult for me to just tune in and feel like this is this area feels like this is where they had livestock. They had livestock. They had their, like, that's what this area seems like. And yes, I'm asking about the best time of year or the best moment or like what's the best food or something, and I'm seeing Christmas. Christmas was what I got immediately. Okay, so the next place we're going to, the thing I'm picturing is this is where the storage is for all of the, like, all of the food. This is where they stored things. I'm also hearing barracks. I'm hearing that, but what I'm seeing is like the warehouse, basically. I'm seeing somebody on top of the warehouse using something like binoculars. Are these actual binoculars? Did you have binoculars then? Oh, what are we going into now? What is this? What's this area? What I'm picturing is a barn. I'm picturing a barn here. I also see guys smoking here. They're hanging out, smoking. It's a little bit more relaxed. It might just be because it's further from where the officers had tabs on them. So this is a little bit less watched over. Is that correct? Playing cards. There's a lot of soldier activity over here, and it's a little bit more casual than everything else. So, says something about natural history. I came all the way over here for natural history. Looks like a wall, a berm right there. So we'll have to get a picture of the map, if there's a map. Look at that when we're done. And feel free to talk to me, chatter away. We are. Seeing a lot of the men were actually boys, pretty young. I feel like we've got the warehouse. What I'm seeing is a barn. What I'm seeing is a place where the men feel free. What will the next place be? Saying cafeteria. Did you guys call it a cafeteria? New Mexico volunteers. See, I need to not see that kind of thing. Piece of glass, I believe. Old glass, new glass. Asking if they were segregated, and they kind of were. Getting the idea of latrines. And I'm seeing animals slaughtered in this area. Is that a cow or a buffalo? We didn't have buffalo here. And there was trash piles over here somewhere. And that's, this is not trash piles. Oh, coming up to another plaque. Let me see. This feels like we're getting close to like a school or civilian kinds of places. It's like multi-purpose area. Civilian life. Did I say civilian? I hope I did. What was here? Seeing women spinning on a spinning yarn, like a room with three or four yarn spinner machines. Whoa, look at this dude. Hi. Whoa. Dude, you're just so precious. So precious. No, stay on camera. It's a horny lizard. Is that what that is? Hearing those were everywhere, and some guys like to have them as pets. Were you allowed to have pets? You weren't officially allowed to have pets. But when things were busy, nobody cared enough. It wasn't high enough on the priorities to make you not have a pet. Did people have pets that were more than just lizards? Some officers had dogs. There were some dogs that were like the camp dogs, and everybody loved them. They were like the mascots. And then when traders and when travelers would come through, what would you call the travelers? Because they would sometimes have pets. A lot of them would have pets. I'm getting the name of one of the dogs was Charlie, and he was like a mascot for the camp. What did you call it? Somebody's saying something like Fort Satchmo or something like that, which it's not. That's not the name. So where am I right now? I'm hearing both officers' quarters and parade ground. Oh. Can you tell the mosquitoes to not harass me? Ooh, that's cool looking. To the left, what do we have here? Barracks, bunkhouses, earthworks, wayside. What? Earthworks. Were we building pyramids here? Why did we pick this spot? There are a lot of, I think the soldiers wondered that too. They weren't They didn't think it was a very good place. Look at that. That is a big ass snake. Were you guys warning me about this snake? So that guy is alert. Okay. Should look around for any friends. Oh, mosquitoes are getting me. Okay, dude. I'm leaving. Trying the stingray shuffle for snakes. There's no rattle on that guy. I don't know. I don't know about that. Did you have problems with snakes or anything dangerous? Skunks. They had skunks get into the camp. And I feel like somebody's saying that somebody getting sprayed by the skunk, that they smelled better after the skunk sprayed them. What's up, lizard? Now I'm on alert. Uh-oh. Indian Wars. Apache Scouts. Apache campaigns. Navajo campaigns. Defensive bastions. That's actually what I was thinking about with the earthworks. Did they build this little hill right here so that they could have somewhat of an advantage? I feel like I'm getting that there were just some trees right here and somebody just decided this was going to be the spot. So the questions I ask and when I ask them are probably for good reason. And maybe the imagery that I'm seeing with the sensationalized Michael Bay style excitement, maybe that is more or less real, because there were constant threats from every side. Yeah, I'm seeing Native Americans sitting on horses on this ridge over here, like constantly, really, keeping these guys on edge. You know, I've looked at other forts, and they all seem to be sucky places to be stationed. Getting like an amen, brother. All right, where's my snake friend? Oh, I passed him. Snake friend. I'm like Bob Ross. Come on, somebody get on these mosquitoes. Mosquitoes, you need to back off. Is there some sort of psychic shielding I can do against mosquitoes? So this was a defensive thing. Ooh, a big dude. You gotta be excited about the little things. Seeing horny lizards, or whatever they are. Horned lizards. What is this? Well, it looks like a church, so I don't know if I'm already interfering. What about that? Commissary. Storehouses. What? Did I do a storehouse in the wrong spot? I'm assuming this is another storehouse. Was I wrong about storehouses? Or were they telling me storehouses? We'll find out in the EVPs. church. Is there a church here? Is this where you guys played frisbee? Handball? Commanding officer's quarters. Okay. Alright, I gotta get going because I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. Ground plan. Okay. If you were in major distress, where would help come from? San Antone, and they would have camps outside of the fort. Lots of people outside of the fort. Okay. Mosquitoes win. Thank you for showing me around the fort. All right, thank you, spirits. Thank you for participating. If you need help, please talk to my team. And thank you, guides. Thank you, team. And thank you guys for watching. Apparently, I'm not yet consistent with my posting schedule, so please hit that notification button so you can keep up with the adventure. And if you find out anything that supports or even disagrees with what I get, please share it in the comments. And again, thanks for watching.